and get key with me. Skinny nigga, but my name weigh like 650. Lift your shirt up at the show if you got big titties. I can't never leave LA, I'm from that lit city. R.I.P. my nigga Means, you left too fat. God took you, I still ask why you do that. Spending old money jigging for some new cash. I need that million cause the Hellcat is too fast. Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Some niggas make it out of scene.
Hey, what's going on, world? This is K. Williams for Chronicles Media. Got another sit down with DungeonMusic. DungeonMusic is comprised of two producers and an artist, in fact, Kenai, CEO and founder DMacc Canada, and like I said, Kenai the artist and producer. Kenai recently had an album that dropped this year, Back to the Basics. Cognac, Never Leave LA, Eastside Jenny are three classics that host. They've been busy these days.
Definitely.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing? What's up, DMAC?
What's up, bro? Glad to be here, man.
Exactly.
Man, glad for you guys giving me this opportunity to have this sit down. These are sit downs. Sit downs, a little bit more intimate feel, I believe. A little bit more formal. What y'all been up to these days? How was your week? How was your week, DMAC? Let's start with you.
Good, man. Trying to make the play. Trying to put it all together, make it make sense, further what's going on right now, carry the momentum, and just, maximize the opportunity.
What about you, Kenai?
Man, same
been
thing.
Busy, huh?
Man, wake up, get straight to it, same thing.
What is straight to it, man, Kenai?
Straight, we work.
Sure.
Mac can tell you. We really wake up,
grind, get to that computer.
Brush your TV, get to the pewter. We gonna call it the pewter.
What you call it, the what?
The pewter.
The pewter.
I guarantee we got over $1 million in that computer.
Yeah, I believe that.
Over those.
And look, and it's worth this weight in gold.
You feel me?
Man, so we're gonna dive in. DMAC, what cities you grew up in?
I was originally born in Duarte, California, like not too far from Pasadena. But my grandma lived in LA, like South Central, between Broadway and Gage. I spent a lot of time there, and I grew up there while a small period of my life. Fast forward, I went to high school. I went to Lawndale, so I lived in Hawthorne for a while, and I currently live in Long Beach. I don't consider myself no Long Beach nigga, but.
But that's where you at right now.
That's where I'm at right now. But I'm definitely a LA native though. Like I consider LA home. My pops, he got a church on the east side, and even before that, all his churches was in LA. I was on Crenshaw a long period in my life, San Pedro, and now 106 in Maine.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. And I consider that like home.
True LA native, huh?
No, for sure, yeah.
I seen a couple.
All my life I've been in LA.
Man, for real. You can tell by the accent too. Let's delve into music. So, how was you introduced to music, and at what age?
Okay. So my family, I was introduced to music at the age of 2. Well, before that, really, my family, they have a group. They had a group, still got it, but they was called the Canada Family. It was a gospel group. Even before that, some of my aunties, they did, music. They were involved with Deborah Cox, basically one of her hit songs, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here.
Okay.
That's my auntie singing the backgrounds on that song. So, in my family, my dad played guitar, his uncle, well, his brother played guitar, my uncle, and they basically taught me a lot of what I know. My uncle taught me how to play drums, so I was introduced to music as a drummer. My first instrument was the drums, and from there it just carried over to one thing. I started learning how to play keys, and then from there I learned how to produce, and then it turned into just like wanting to keep it going,
Okay. So you just kept the train rolling,
yeah,
and that's what pretty much led you to where you are today.
Yeah, that's the short story. Yeah, that's the short story. Okay, yeah. It's a lot in between, but that's the short story for sure.
Definitely a book coming, huh?
Man, hook me up. I might,
right?
Somebody, whoever write it, but I could give you the story. You just gotta write it.
Kenai too, huh?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, it's not done yet. Exactly.
We gotta wait.
The story it's too early for the story. Maybe
we ain't even reached the peak yet.
It's premature. It's premature right now.
I feel that. Who are some of your favorite music influence growing up? DMAC and why? And Kenai, I want you to piggyback off that too.
Okay.
Like what? Like just musically or producer wise, instrument, like what?
Yeah, all across the board.
All across the board. Well, I'll speak from a producer standpoint. I love Battle Cat.
Hard.
Battle Cat is like somebody that I really mess with, is an influence to me.
Definitely.
Hit Boy is definitely one.
Definitely.
I like Timbaland. Obviously, Timbaland is one, and for real, I would say is one as well. And all of those people, I feel like, in some shape or form, kind of help develop the sound I kind of have now.
Okay.
And just LA, and just being a musician, traveling, and just actually playing the drums. I feel like I kind of already have a different approach to music. But those influences too also give me like a certain. All of them give me a certain vibe, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, and I feel like Battle Cat. The reason why why I say him number one is like just that LA influence, that West Coast like type vibes. I don't feel like it probably ain't nobody better than him. Honestly, with like, I mean, it's a lot. You got DJ Quick. You feel me? You got, it's a lot of
So why Battle Cat?
But Battle Cat, what? Look at the songs he done. What? We Can Freak It.
Anger.
Super.
What? Cali is active. Like, it's a list of songs I could go down, and it's just when you hear that song and the vibe and the energy he give you, it's kind of unmatched. It's kind of unmatched when it comes to like, you hear his music and you instantly think LA.
For sure.
And that's something that I love. That's something that I take, like, to me, I feel like that's a badge of honor. You feel me? Like, you gonna hear his music, you gonna be like, yeah, he from LA. Like, you feel me? He hard, woo woo. And that's like, you represent the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not nothing to take lightly.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So those are just some people I mess with.
That's a beautiful assessment.
Yeah.
And I couldn't agree more. So when we talk about a signature sound, Kenai,
Yes, sir.
I think that I know. You got the new sound of LA, brother.
Oh, man, that's heavy.
That's big heavy.
Yeah, that's heavy. I appreciate that.
Tell me why you would disagree with it.
Would I disagree with what you just said? Shit, I would never. I agree. I definitely think so too.
I accept.
Most definitely, I accept.
Some of your favorite music influences growing up and why?
Man, growing up, I fuck with the old heads and the new heads. Like, you talking about the Temptations, David Ruffin, Eddie Kendricks, Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
I feel like, I say this a lot too, them gems. Even growing up a little further towards like where I'm at now, like getting older, shit. As a producer, you got Dr. Dre. You feel me? You got Jay Dilla Jay Dilla is a big influence
for sure.
on me. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. Yeah, the greats, man. Like Ice Cube, just lyricists, people who talk real shit, Them my influences, Them my go-tos.
It's interesting that you brought up, Kenai, that you brought up the the producer aspect. But you sing as well.
Yes, sir.
You pick one over the other?
You know what? I was a musician, a musician and a producer before I was an artist. But you know what, man? It's like, honestly, it all go hand in hand, It's like, it's all door to door, but it's like, I feel like I have an advantage being a producer because, obviously, the obvious is I can make my own beats, first of all. But, I can hear things that, every producer wants a certain sound on a beat, So for me to understand that, I feel like for an artist to understand, every vibe that should go on every beat is heavy. That's my advantage. You feel like, I feel like, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Kind of like
I don't pick none over the other.
Really?
Okay. I love it all.
Well, because you're successful at both.
Yeah.
I guess that's always a plus because you can always cut out the middleman. Talking about cutting out the middleman, how is it like working with DMAC? Because you guys go back and forth and you guys are a powerful tandem, man. Powerful tandem.
Bro, man, look. Mac is like really one of my little inspirations too.
Okay.
You know? Before all this shit happened, we used to play drums together. And well, he used to play keys, I used to play drums. He would play drums, I play keys. Okay. You know, so we always this been always, you know, we always fed off each other. So it's really no different from what we've been doing, you know. It's just growing. But you know, I feel like Mac influenced a sound for me. Like when he make his, you know, I make my own beats too, but when he make a beat and you know I fuck with it and bring a whole nother nigga out of it, you know. You know, and that's why I really fuck with Mac, because you gotta fuck with the people who bring the best out in you.
Absolutely.
Mac is definitely one of them people. Right. You know? For anybody who gonna work with him, I guarantee you they gonna say the same shit.
And it reflects in the music.
Yeah, exactly. It's all, you know, the proof is in the pudding. Like.
So when we talk about y'all sharing the commonality between, like you said, you would bounce from the drums, from the keys, back and forth. Mac, you started off playing drums?
Yeah.
What age?
Like 2.
Okay. So 2 so that carried you all the way up until the point to where you started producing?
So like about 2, I started. So my dad bought me my first real official drum set. I got 2. Okay. Like obviously I couldn't play, but I was getting on, like messing around, you know. And then like I said, my father has a church, so I grew up like just they would let me get on the drums in church and just mess around. So a lot of that was like school for me, really. Like I learned in the church, and you know, learn how to play drums. Like I said, from there, then I branched out to like keyboards, and that's probably like around the time, like he was saying, like maybe he pulled up, he was hopping on drums, so I'm trying to mess with the keys and learn. He on the drums learning, like, and so like during this period of time, then I'm like, I go home and I'm on my little keyboard at the house trying to learn. I'm like, all right, I'm about to start making music. So I'm like, once I feel like, I think it was around the same time, I don't know what age, but whatever time it was, I started trying to mess with the keyboard. That's when I started trying to like produce. And
I was maybe like 15, so
I probably was like,
I was maybe like 14 or 15.
I probably was like 19 or something like that, like 19 or 20 or probably like 19, 18, 19, whatever.
LA baby, little vibe on the east side, never little baby tap in. I got a mansion in the hills, and I'ma tell shawty bring her friends. I got niggas for all your bitches. She think I'm a genie, yeah, 'cause I grand on her with shit. Oh, I love it when you bang my line.
Cool, let's talk about drumming. So, when did you actually get your first break, DMAC, as a drummer professionally?
Professionally, I would say around 20 or 21. One of my teachers, I attended Musicians Institute. One of my teachers gave me an opportunity to travel. I went to Australia for a tour, and that was my first like real opportunity. That's when I first considered myself really like a professional drummer. Honestly, is when I actually had the opportunity to go and do something, and then from there, I got to play with Big Sean. And then from there, I got to play with Janae Eco. Then this artist Shamir, and we toured for a while. We was on tour for like 2 or 3 years.
Mama.
Yeah, and that was probably. I mean, a lot of people might not know who that is, but it was like electronic pop music. But that was probably one of the best opportunities, because it allowed me to see like so much of the world. Okay. Shows was always fun. We did a lot of festivals. Like, that's probably one of the best opportunities I probably feel like I had. And that whole situation taught me a lot. A lot of what I like learned, a lot of what I know today, as far as like just like music on like the business side, and like how to just day to day, how to like, you know, be cool and operate. I learned a lot during that time, and that was really because of this. Who the music director was, a guy named Michael Choi. Okay. Older guy, like Asian cat, but we became super cool and close, and he taught me a lot, and I learned a lot from him just by watching and observing, you know, and so those is just a few, you know.
So through that pretty much laid down the groundwork, because through that you also learned travel. You got to see some things, huh?
Yeah. And
Always
just
I
I mean,
sure,
even
right,
with,
Kenai?
even just like I be telling him sometimes, and I just like a lot of people, man. I mean, this might kind of go off a little bit,
No,
but like
we rapping.
even with traveling and like doing music, a lot of people just take it like as, I feel like they just take it lightly, like in the sense of they just look at it as something to do, like a hobby type thing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's really a job. Like and it's like I say, like the music is like that's the fun part.
Right.
But then after that, it's like when you traveling, you on tour and stuff. Like, yeah, you can have fun. We could be out at the show right now. We drink out fun, but you got to be able to wake up in the morning and be down for that lobby call.
Prompt.
Yeah, you feel me? Because if you miss that lobby call, nigga, you getting left in that city. And you got to figure out your own way to get back to wherever they at. Or you might get fired and you don't got the job no more. Like, you feel me? Like, it get like that.
So it can actually turn into a 9 to 5.
Yeah, what? That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people got this whole misconception of music that like music is just this one big turn up. We can drink,
with a lot
we
of
can
money,
smoke,
hang
we
out.
can fuck with girls, we
Right.
can do this. Like, yeah, you can. Don't get me wrong. Music is you can have all that fun you want, but make sure you can do the other shit too. The real shit, the real work. You know what I'm saying?
Kenai, where do you find the balance between having a social life and really getting in there to work? Because it shows on Back to the Basics that you was working.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like my earlier, like a lot of my teenage years, like from 17 on, I was a flake. I was a big flake, you know. So like, you know, I would get invited to, you know, this, that, this, and the third. And you know, a lot of stuff I would go because you do have to, like you said, you know, where do you find the balance? You do have to have some kind of balance, you know, for your own mind. You know, you gotta be able to get out, have fun and shit, because it's inspiration in having fun, other than making music. You know, it's a big, you know, you go have fun, you come back, you got shit to talk about. You gotta, it's a feeling that come with that. But at the same time, you know, it's important to put your head down and, you know, get to where you want to be, you know. So like I said earlier on, I was a flake. I didn't go nowhere a lot. Like, you know, people was inviting me, I was at home, like trying to figure shit out. And I'm grateful for that, you know, now, because it made me exactly who I am, or it shaped the caliber that, you know, I come on a song or whatever.
And even build character for you as a person.
Yeah.
And then people are going to be able to see that in your showmanship and your shows too.
Yeah, you know. And at the same time, though, it is important. I do want to stress that. I don't want to make it too, you know, you got to sit down, separate yourself from everybody. You know, that's cool. You do have to do that. But like you said, you do have to find a balance, you know, because like I said, it's big inspiration in, you know, having fun and making memories, and we only live one time. So, you know, you got to go out and make those memories and shit like that, you know?
For sure. Let's talk about memories. Let's talk about memories from a music perspective.
If a nigga want smoke, he can get it. Don't send my addy, you trippin'. I'm on the block tryna run up these digits. Got a couple bad hoes in my DM. I just fight a nigga tryna come see them. Nigga hate when these hoes think you need them. I can't feed them, I fuck then I bleed up. Young nigga, I be minding my business. I know some niggas cause a racket like tennis. Make it clear, set the record like Guinness.
Talk about memories on Back to the Basics. What song did you guys collab on together, and how many songs on Back to the Basics did you guys collab on together?
Okay, let's see. Let's do the math real quick. So, you got Cognac, produced by DMAC.
Okay.
You know, we actually, everything that we did together, we was actually together. So, Cognac, we did that together. Eastside Genie, produced by DMAC. We did that together. You got Back to the Basics, produced by me and Mac. Did that together. You got, damn, I can't think.
Like, honestly, the whole tape, we all came together on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, you got certain songs that he fully produced, some songs I fully produced, and then certain songs we collab. Like, I think Can't Stand Niggas was him by himself. Like, he might have showed it to me, and we just, like,
Yeah.
I came in at the end. We probably put it together.
Yeah.
But like,
or something, I'm like, hey, put a little mix
you know
on
what I'm
my
saying?
drum.
Like the whole
Just
every
edit
song,
my-
like that's, and I feel like that's part of like that's our thing. Like every song we gonna even like we was just talking today. That's the formula. Like every project, whatever we do, we gonna come together.
But he asking like specifically.
But specifically though, like
Yeah.
Can't Stand Niggas is him, Eastside Genie, me. Well, what's next? Cognac, me. Eastside Genie, me.
Never Leave LA.
And Never Leave LA is him.
Okay.
What else?
What's
next?
after that?
Back
Addicted.
Addicted.
Okay.
That's
him.
me.
He produced.
Back to the Basics, me and him.
Yeah.
Fuck You Slowly is him.
Okay.
Rolls Royce is both of us.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rolls Royce, both of us.
What else? Did we do
Damn,
something
what else
else?
is out? Oh, Bruce Wayne. That's
Okay.
both of us, I think.
Okay.
I only did like one drum on that bitch, so that's really you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
See, y'all,
okay,
so y'all honest with y'all credibility out there.
Yeah,
huh?
no, for sure. Yeah, no, we. Bro,
That's the good thing about us,
We
you
gonna
know?
be
We
honest
don't-
through the whole thing.
Man.
But like honestly, to keep it 100, if he like alluding to what you talking about, if it ever came down to that on some like business, who did what, I would just go 50-50. Like
Okay.
even if I did one thing, he did one thing, it don't matter. He gonna get his, I'm gonna get his, because essentially it's me and him. Whole DM is me and him.
Me and him.
Okay.
Like at the end of the
Fact.
day, you feel
Okay.
me? Like
Facts.
we got other people that's newly coming in. Like shout out Rolo, whatever he doing the videos.
Shout out
He
to
like,
Rolo.
He like
man.
he like the DM media Rolo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whatever. But at the end of the day, it's me and him, and it's like we gonna split that always.
Facts.
Okay.
In fact.
Got an important question though.
Mm-hmm.
What's those?
What about those times that you guys bump heads creatively? Does that happen?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I feel like in any,
It don't, but I feel
Go
like
ahead.
we can weather any storm together because our chemistry is that great. You know, we didn't spend too much time. We didn't had the arguments, but it's like like every argument, your energy gonna be off. You know, at the time, but you know, I feel like this is good. That's a good question because you know you don't have that with everybody. You know, so me and Mac, we bump heads plenty all the time. You know, but it's like it's never gonna break us. You know.
Facts.
Like we gonna both assess it by ourselves, you know, together. You know, we gonna always come back. Like, you know what, bro? We always come back. Like we gonna try what you said, or he gonna come back. Like I'm gonna try what you said.
Okay.
Then within that, we gonna come to a mutual, and it's
Right.
always gonna be good after that. You know,
Factual.
that's the best thing about me and Mac. You know,
Like no one person know it all. You feel
know?
me? Like for me to try to act like I know it or him try to act like that's just not the situation. And honestly, you better when you can come together. You know what I'm saying? Two heads is better than one.
definitely.
And like he said, just the chemistry and all of that alone,
Yeah.
that plays in our favor.
Yeah.
And like how long we've known each other, when it come down to just trust and believing somebody got your back, like I know this nigga wouldn't do me wrong. You feel me? So if somebody was to ever come to me and say he did, I'm like, I don't believe you.
Right.
Like I would have to see that with my own eyes
Okay.
for me to believe. You feel me? That's the kind
That's
of belief.
ultimate trust.
That's
Ultimate, yeah.
because I know, like really, I know him a long period of my and I like this is like my brother. You feel me? Like we grew up together. Like I feel like he probably got my best interest in this
Over
way. You
anybody.
know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's like in any relationship, you gonna have issues or whatever, but it's just
Facts.
about how you deal with them and how you overcome that. You know?
And being mature about certain shit, you know, like he said, you're not always gonna be right, my nigga. Like,
Facts.
don't nobody really got all the answers, cause
Facts.
if niggas did have all the answers, everybody would have been made it, you know. Like so, you always gotta listen to somebody, you know, whether it's this time or that time or this time or that time. And I feel like, you know, that's a blessing to have somebody that, you know. We even had a thing like we was talking, we had our own conversation. We like, man, it's cool to know, like, you know, we a team, but even when we not together, you can count on, I know for a fact, if you ask me, if Ken asks me right now, like, what you think Mac doing? I can definitely tell you that nigga on the computer getting to it, like, you know? And, like, for what we trying to do, that's important,
Facts.
you know,
Absolutely.
to know that people gonna hold up their end,
Be like-minded.
you know?
Facts.
Exactly. So, that's a good thing, you know, with me and Mac. I definitely can say he gonna always hold up his end, and I know he know
Yeah, he
I'm
do
gonna
his shit.
always, you know, I'm gonna always come through when I need to come through.
Talk about come through. Kenai, what's your overall goal as a singer and a producer in the game? And you know, you got back to the basics now.
Yeah.
that's a whole new type of attention,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because now you're getting the attention from a full catalog, right? As opposed to singles here and there. So the adjustment. So now with this question, I feel like this question is a lot more fitting because now like you basically like you set the metrics because now this is Kenai's attention from an actual project.
Okay.
What's your overall goal?
Man, you know what? Like I said last time, I definitely want everything to come with it, but you know it's deeper things that go into it. You know, like growing up and being inspired it's beautiful. You know. Okay, so growing up and being inspired, you know, by artists is a beautiful thing. You know, to sit and be on the computer like, damn, like I wish I made that, or I wish I was that good. You know, that's a beautiful, chest warming feeling. You know, so I just want to get that back. You know, like I want somebody to feel like that about my shit. You know. Like, you know, how I've felt about, like, you know, I can name a few. Like, Hit Boy, one of the GOATs. Man, like, you know, Dr. Drake, GOAT. Like, you know.
Like GOAT, for sure.
You know, talking about, like, the greats. You know, I just want to be, you know, musically somebody that, you know, people under me look up to, you know. And then I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But that's one of my biggest goals. But obviously, you know, I want everything to come with it. You know, I want to live comfortably.
Okay.
I want that house. I want that car. You know, I want all that. You know, I want all that.
And you're working hard for it.
I don't want nothing more, but I definitely don't want nothing less.
Right,
Yeah,
for sure. You don't want nothing extra, but you don't want nothing taken away either.
Less, you know.
I feel that.
Everything you deserve.
And it shows in the Dungeon Music movement.
Tell me something. Yes,
Everything
sir.
you deserve.
I hope it show.
Mac,
Right there.
Yes, sir.
what's your overall?
Ken, what's the deal?
We back. There you go, my man. Mac, what's your overall goal as a producer and CEO, creator, curator, businessman?
My overall goal as a producer is really to create create the best music I can. Really, that's like really all you can ask for, right? I mean,
Definitely.
you try, you do what you can, and then hopefully it just withstands the test of time. So that's like what I feel like as a producer. I just want to create the best music I can and just let the people enjoy it. As far as like a businessman or, you know, with the whole Dungeon Music brand, company, movement, want to push the limits, like take it as far as we can.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just we here today and we gone tomorrow. Like, nah, we trying to make something, create it, and let that be the foundation so that it keep growing and it can be, you know what I'm saying, bigger than what it is now. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no limits with that. We're going to take it as far as we can go, you know what I'm saying? And we just going to run it up. And that's my mission right now.
The mission is evident. The mission is here. To all the supporters, we got Back to the Basics. Go download, buy, stream.
You
All
need
that.
that.
Just
You
go
need
check out.
that.
Just go check out the content.
All that.
You can also reach Dungeon Music at Dungeon Music on Instagram. Kenai at Drummer Boy Kenai.
That's me.
All that.
They're here. They're coming.
Oh, yeah, run that.
Yeah. Man.
It's a little gift I want to give
You know what I'm
Man, this is
saying?
beautiful, man.
in commemoration and then for their success. Dungeon Music logo, Ken
I don't know
Chronicles
if they can see that.
logo.
Show that other side. They put the
Yeah.
artwork on there.
Put the artwork on there.
Dope. I don't know where he did it. He don't want to tell me.
Nah, I can't.
Big love
It's all
to
good, though.
Ken Chronicles Media.
Man,
you know
big
what I'm
love,
saying?
man. Somebody we respect
Yeah, appreciate
as
that.
a person,
Friend, you know what I'm
love, a
saying?
friend.
All that.
Once again, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Check out everything.
Some niggas cause a racket like tennis. Make it clear, set the record like Guinness. Niggas talking about my star, let me finish. 24, never miss a free throw. You'll never see the day that we told. Freak hoes tryna fuck us, we know. Keep me deep throat, that's as far as we go. Bad bitch, white toes on fleek. Young nigga on the way up, don't sleep. Hey, you know slow toes don't eat. Nigga like me falling off, you won't see. Couple homies got locked, I'm yelling free them. pulling out cause I ain't fucking with no BM. New Dior's coming out and I'ma need them. Niggas wanna be in competition, I'ma bleed them. Cognac, coke, I'm shipping. If a nigga want smoke, he can get it. Don't send my addy, you tripping. I'm on the block tryna run up these digits. Got a couple bad hoes in my DM. Ask fight a nigga tryna come see them. Nigga hate when these hoes think you need them. I can't feed them, I fucked it.